The world's largest reserves of coal are right here in the United States, but our own tepid economy, as well as the slowing economies in Europe and China, have really hurt demand, bringing down coal prices and down profits for the miners, as they also face new environmental regulations. We spoke this week with Hal Quinn, CEO of the National Mining Association, and began by asking him, where are the opportunities for U.S. coal?
When you think about the steady march of the developing world toward building modern and more prosperous societies globally, the need is just extraordinary, both in terms of thermal coal for electricity. It's been the fastest growing fuel for the last decade and will continue to be. And then for building out the urban centers. We're going through a hyper-urbanization stage globally, and so you need steel, and steel requires iron ore, which requires metallurgical coal. So the long-term fundamentals are very compelling.
But talk to us, Hal, about the infrastructure that's necessary in the United States to get American coal overseas to feed those emerging markets. Is that infrastructure in place today?
Well, Tom, it's in place in both the East Coast and on the Gulf Coast, and we're trying to. There are a number of proposals to build out that infrastructure on the West Coast, which will be opening up the Asian markets to our Western coal, particularly up in the Powder River Basin. Asia and other countries increase their demand. That also opens up opportunities in our traditional markets, seaboard markets such as in Europe.
I want to ask about demand here in the United States, because natural gas prices have been very low for quite some period of time thanks to new drilling techniques that have led to an abundance of natural gas. How high do natural gas prices have to go in order for your industry, the coal miners, to begin to see a pickup in demand domestically?
Well, when we see gas get back into the $3 range, coal will be back in the money in terms of dispatch in the electricity market. Our biggest concern are public policies that don't allow us to compete. And we are starting to see some, what we believe are really bad public policies that are going to carry bad consequences for American business and American consumers.
And Hal, I want to ask you about one of those, an EPA rule that would require plants built after April 2013, power plants, to have carbon capture technology. What kind of impact may that have on coal demand thereafter?
Well, Tom, you know what that is? That's a policy that says we're not going to invest in the future of coal and the future of clean coal technology, because if you're going to require something tomorrow to be built with a technology that may not be commercially proven, both on a technical and economic standpoint, for another 10 to 15 years, you're basically putting a moratorium on building out our electric fleet with more modern coal plants.
Hal, let me understand your critique of this EPA proposal for these new carbon capture technology. Is it the cost of the technology that you have the biggest critique with?
There has not been a fully integrated plant demonstrated yet, and we need time to do that, which is putting all the pieces together and fully demonstrating both on the capture side of the carbon, in terms of the and then in terms of the transportation side of the carbon dioxide, and then the sequestration or storage of that carbon dioxide.
Hal Quinn, we'll leave it there. Hal is the chairman of the National Mining Association.